Okay, well, I've got a couple of firsts for you here in this video. This is the first time that I've ever ordered a 3D printer, and this is the AD5X from ForgeForce, and I ordered it off of AliExpress, and this is the first time I've ever ordered anything off of AliExpress either. So the good news is that you do get it. I was a little worried about ordering from AliExpress. I've never ordered anything there before. And so I was like, are they going to actually ship me the product or what's going to go on? And this is from FLASHFORGE, and I found this on a forum. Everybody said it was a really good deal. I think it was under $300, so this is even cheaper than buying like a used 3D printer off of Facebook Marketplace or whatever. I think there are some other sub $300 3D printers now, but I saw this, it looked like a pretty good deal. Everybody was really excited about it. I guess it's one of their higher end models. I don't know much about it. I don't know much about 3D printing, but we're gonna try and learn together. Let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. All right, so let's see here. Ooh. Looks like I've got to pull it completely out of this box, so hold on just a second. Okay, so there it is out of the box. I have no idea what I'm looking at. There seems to be a lot of foam in here. Oh, here's the power plug. This may not be the best place for me to unbox it. Let me try and find some place in my office to set it up, and then we'll continue checking it out. So let me come back in a bit. All right, so I just got it placed here on my desk. I don't know that it's going to sit here permanently. I've got to find a home for it, but just want to unbox it, trying to put it together, test it out, make sure it works. Looks like there's quite a bit of stuff that we need to install. So there's that, and then here are the instructions, and it looks like I've got a couple of things I need to do in order to put this thing together. So let's go ahead and put this together, and then we'll bring it back and show you how it works. Okay, so here is it almost fully disassembled. All the packing is out. This is a lot of foam that we had to take out, but it's almost all out. So now I've got to attach this over here somehow. So let me do that. Okay, so there it is, all put together. I was going to try and show the process, but a lot of this required two hands, so really couldn't film too much of it. But it's all together now. We're getting ready to turn it on for the first time. It's all plugged in. Let's power it up and see what happens. Okay, it looks like it's initializing. It's taking a little bit here. Okay, all right, so we're setting up the language. Please confirm all packaging material inside the device have been removed. Please confirm that the 3 locking screws on the bed have been removed. 3 locking screws. Okay, I only saw 2, but they said there's 3. Looks like there's one more. So let me go ahead, remove that 3rd locking screw. Okay, there was a screw that was all the way in the back I didn't see. So we got that out. Let's go next. We can skip the Wi-Fi for now. Oh, wow. Okay. It's doing some kind of self-checking, some kind of initializing, it looks like. Well, it's doing all kinds of stuff by itself here. Automatic self-check. All right, so we haven't loaded any filament on here yet, so we're gonna have to figure that out in a little bit. But right now it's just doing a self-test. Get some of the stuff out of the way. Oh, I can feel it heating up, and you can tell it's getting up to 146 degrees Celsius. Wow. Okay, still going through its self-test, and then it's going to do a vibration test afterwards. I'm going to start putting some of the stuff away here. All right, we're not sure how long this is going to take, so I'll pick it up when it's done. Now it's doing something else. Leveling, it says. Okay. I'm not quite sure what it's doing, but it says it's leveling. Well, let's see if that's true. All right, so it's all loaded. They did give me a little bit of sample filament, which is here. I just loaded up one color for now just to test it. So I think what we're going to do is go ahead and do a test print. So let me see how we do that. It looked like it said it would just do it automatically, but it's not. So let me find out how it will do a test print. Well, looks like there's one loaded in here already, so why don't we try to print that? And they said to click leveling. And it's going to take 49 minutes to make the little boat, but it also looks like it wants all the colors. So I guess I should just load all the colors in there. So let me do that first. All right, well now we've got all 4 colors loaded on. So let's go back and do some test printing. And everybody does the little boat, so we'll go ahead and do it. And let's see, I guess I get to pick the color. And here it goes. Okay, so it's going to take about 45 minutes. So we'll watch it for just a little bit, then we'll speed it up. We'll probably come back when it's done. Because I think you've seen enough of these 3D printers printing themselves, but just wanted to do a quick unboxing of this AD5X from FLASHFORGE. Again, first time buying anything from AliExpress, and then it's my first time getting a 3D printer. So really excited to see what comes out of this. So we'll come back once it's done. And then the next step is to sort of learn some 3D modeling software so that we can actually build our own parts. And we can probably download some stuff from different software. That's the next step, is to figure out what software I need in order to connect to the printer and have it print stuff that's not already stored. These designs, this little boat here is stored in the unit itself. So all I had to do is click a button to get it to go. So as this says, it's ready. I'm not quite sure what it's doing. Maybe it's trying to heat up. That's what it looks like. Maybe it's just heating up here. I don't know. We'll come back a little bit later and see what happens. Well, and here it goes. It's only about 1% in, but there you can start seeing some of the shape of the little benchy. So very cool. Finally, I've seen so many videos of these, of other people doing this. Finally have a 3D printer of my own. And you know, with these classic cars, a lot of plastic parts are breaking. I think this is the future. If we can't buy like little knobs and dials and things like that, we may just have to print our own. Hopefully there'll be files. Somebody will be able to recreate the file, and then we can just download the files and then buy our own 3D printer and print our own knobs and switches, especially for like cars like Saabs that aren't very popular. This might be the future of how we get parts. So anyway, we'll pick this up again a little bit later, but it's just starting to go through right now. It's only 1% in. But I wonder what it did there. It looked like it was a little calibration dot, so hopefully I have enough filament. These are just kind of spare spools, so I'm going to go get some filament, maybe from Hobby Lobby. I heard good things about the Hobby Lobby filament, and when it's on sale, I can go pick some up and do some more printing. So we'll pick this back up once it gets done. Maybe we'll cut in and take a look when it's about 30 minutes in. Well, ran into a bit of a problem. So if you can see here, I've got an error code 106 E106 channel 3 load timeout. So you can see it kind of printed, and we're about 18% in. So I did go online and search, and it says that there's an error with the cutter. So what we're going to do is take that off, and then if you can see, there's a manual cutter right here. So this is the cutter, and it told us to remove that, and that should clear the error code. So we'll give that a try. I'm not convinced that that's going to fix the problem, so we may be sending this 3D printer back, but let's at least try it and see what happens, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, pulled this part out, and they said to install a new cutter. I don't have a new cutter, so I'm just going to put this old one back in, and we'll see what happens. So let me go ahead and reinstall it. All right, so I reinstalled the cutter, and then we'll put the cover back on, and then we will go OK, and resume the printing and see what happens. I'm not convinced that that did anything, but we'll give it a try, see what happens here. And it's reheating itself up, but my guess is there's a clog somewhere inside, and I don't know how to fix that, so we may have to look it up, but hopefully it's not something more serious. We'll see. All right, let's see. It looks like it's trying to restart itself, but it made a weird noise. It didn't sound great, but I'm not familiar with the noises that it's supposed to make, so not sure if that's good or bad. All right, let's see. Oh, all right, seems to have gone back to printing itself. So maybe we're okay. Let's see. No, don't know. It's starting to get a little messy. And it went back and stopped, so let's see. What are we getting here? Well, looks like it's doing something. Pulling the next color in, the white. Looks like it's starting to go through. I think it might be better once you get the actual spools, because these things seem to have a little bit of a mind of their own. But I do hear something spooling, so maybe that's what it was. All we needed to do was get it going again. So I hear something going, and I'm not sure what that is. Is that just to print out like the waste material? I don't know. It looks like a little box, but it looks like it wants to start going again. Looked like it's spit out a little bit of crap there, but oh, looks like it's starting to go again. Starting to move, starting to print. Okay. All right, well, it's going again. So we'll come back and check it a little bit later. All right, well, here you go. It's now completed. So we had that little bit of a hiccup, but it did complete. So we'll go ahead and, I guess do you lift this off? Oh yeah, it's a magnetic plate. It's a little warm. So you lift that off and then clean the plate. We got to clean the plate. And there it is. A little messy here. I think it's a little off because I'm looking at this. So because of that little hiccup, I think it got messed up. So anyway, that's the 3D printer. I think it's a little messed up because I think this is supposed to be on top of this, and then this, because of that error code and the way we had to print everything, I think it was a little off. So anyway, that's the 3D printer. Again, this is a great deal off of AliExpress. And this is the first time I ordered anything off of AliExpress, and it's also the first time I've ordered a 3D printer. So there you have it. We'll be bringing back some more content. We'll be printing some other things, maybe for the Husky toolbox or for the HyperTough toolbox. I've got a lot of ideas, but I got to go and design them before I can use them. But I think a 3D printer is a great tool to have in your garage to help with tools, with classic cars, with motorcycles, especially those little trim pieces that are plastic that either get lost or broken or, frankly, no longer available. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
If you're enjoying these videos, please consider subscribing to the channel and to the newsletter using the links below. We'll share more tool buying tips, classic car and classic motorcycle project finds, some motorsport news, and maybe a wrenching tip or two.